and Edwin Young. And the opening tap is controlled for the home standings.
Understand, that's where your bread's going to be buttered defensively to stay in this game.
Well, Coleman went reversal. That was again leads to a turnover for Rutgers.
Yeah, you saw there the first play. If you're Seton Hall, you have to be intentional.
And quickly, here's a trap of Harper. Leads to another turnover. 2 live ball turnovers to open. And a foul on the keeper that got that foul. And now Seton Hall, after collecting 2 live ball. That's a nice turn.
And not to just shoot a 3 early in the game. Those type of buckets help you get going on the way.
There's Harper. Coleman trying to drive baseline, was cut off by Williams. Stays with it. Off the back iron. In traffic, Bailey doubled right away. Good recognition, and there's a loose ball picked up and then rejected.
Really has a knack with that length, Ace Bailey, around the glass.
I was like, oh. And number 21 in red will be heard from, too. He has got a Wusu.
I don't want you going to buy a Nautilus machine, Tim. That's genetics, okay? Just, you cannot have that.
So Boley picks up that foul. Young man that transferred in from Louisville by way of Nigeria will get to the free throw line for 2.
Only a couple of minutes in. But this is a crazy environment. It is both in so far really allows, and it can allow their guards to roam a little bit.
This was a banged up Seton Hall team to begin the year. They're really happy to get Duval back away. There's another takeaway. 3 live ball turnovers, and we're not quite 3 minutes deep.
Not paying off the steals.
Wusu throws that fence. Wide open. Aligbe. 4 Seton Hall steals. And we're not 4 minutes in. Good stop and go maneuver. Wusu goes to the left hand. Oh, round and in.
Now he can play a little bit more freely.
Seton Hall really pressuring the ball beautifully. And they have
to kind of give that to the guys.
Well, make no doubt, there is a culture at Seton Hall, and it is set.
You're counting on to give them a punch offensively.
Wusu, that is not now. Steals for Seton Hall. Copeland.
Yeah, bad shot there. I'm going to let the next one go that I touch, but Isaiah Coleman is another one of those guys of the shot clock. I think that young man right there can be the guy you have to have the right decision making to go with it.
Look at them collapse so quickly on Bailey. Prince is trying to work his magic. Gives it up to Coleman right at the top of the key, and he knocks it takeaways that Seton Hall has. So this lead could be far larger than it is. And Bailey says, you know what? Wow. He likes this matchup. For Steve Pike. I had a nice conversation with him yesterday at practice about it. Well, that 3 ball.
They're going to make sure they're in their sets to try to get a good one.
Wow. He gets fouled on the go. This is a Rutgers team that will play somewhere between 9 to 11 guys. Pike generally likes to play 7 or many of them transfers, and then you've got some freshmen to go with it, 3 great ones. He's still a very rare DNP for him as team captain.
I feel that November, part of December, you're still trying. I don't mind the guys that you've played and you've given minutes to. Now you can just plug and play those guys. When you have to dig down the bench and you've
Jeremiah Williams looking for the same right here. They brought him back out. Trying to make a love in that category.
And they're getting deflections. Again, they make you uncomfortable. Project, if you will.
Now, Scotty Middleton knows how to load up. He's a good shooter as well. Look for Rutgers now with those guys out. And staying with it that time.
Let us handle the geography of Peyton.
Okay. Yeah, because Spielberg is directing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say.
Brian Biederman.
I thought you were going to say he.
They score. 8.5 minutes gone by. There's a nice cut to the hoop. And the Deuce has a baseline
from the sideline to the floor.
And you made a great point. There's Somerville. This is a guy that you believe they should take one facing the basket. He can play with his back to the basket as well. Another one from downtown goes down. So any way they can get buckets, they'll do it. There's a ball fake and a dribble drive, and it leads to yet another one over. God'sville. Every day. On the other end, high. Harper now on the point. Trying to stop Duell. And now on the other end, there's the dynamic play of Dylan Harper. Mount Maria played at the University of New Orleans. Think about that. This is, and I go back all the way, obviously. I love your point about how they survey. Duell decides to take it off the bounce. Riley again. And the follow. How about that?
When you're 6'10", it's easier to get up and go get it, but that second jump, I know I missed it. Let me get that quick. Go back up and put it back in, and that's what really sets him apart from a lot.
Let me tell you something. That guy was that kind of talent and that kind of size. Fall for another steal from Jenkins. It's opened the floor up. Duell, count it. Using the window. Bryson Acuff has checked in as well, number 5 in the Scarlet colors. And here is an isolation move. Beautifully done
from 3 points, so anytime he can get an easy bucket, it's a good thing for Rutgers.
Jenkins beginning to feel it. Offside. Peichel is also an outstanding defensive coach, but when you have this kind of talent on offense, been problematic. And here's Jenkins for 3 again.
Rutgers' identity hasn't shown up yet. Plenty of time, and that will help.
Yeah.
But those got this thing figured out because there's too much talent in red.
Nice cut. And a foul spotted. Harper was a little bit late for Seton Hall. They've got 11 points off their bench. Kinney, that's a tough shot, but he nails it.
That's a big shot. I'm not a huge fan of taking that many dribbles because that's how you play, is going against 2 or 3 and scoring.
Ace Bailey, the teammate of Jamichael Davis, Chattanooga teacher. Hilton picked up that foul, by the way, his first. And Martini at the stripe. If you could make a little bit more at the free throw line, the record might be better than 5.
What, 6 teams that are worse than that?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's something that you can address. It's easy to practice.
In his check into the game, he's really the 3rd big, and this time he's going to be fouled as an overly aggressive Lathan Somerville picks it up.
Off of it.
Designated picker on this end of the floor. And there he is, picking up the loose change and giving it right back to the score.
Consistently, because of his stature and his just his talents.
He has 22, and they getting a little bit of help with doubles after he puts it on the deck. How about that? How about that?
Yeah, 6'10" helps. You just elevate over the top.
Yeah. And that's a walk. Go the other way.
You need that when you have 2 guys like Bailey and Harper. And those some of you don't talk. Guys don't know where to go or where they're supposed to be.
That's just a thing of beauty. That is a thing of beauty. And you know what?
Touch. He gets going at a good pace. And there's just too much bumping right there.
He has
Middleton message to the offense that, hey, we're not just going to let you bully us. And I thought that's exactly what Bailey did right there.
Oh, that's Acuff. Just into the game. That's a young man that can really go. Weldon backing in. That was a pretty smooth little move. I thought he... You think back about your UConn Huskies for just a second. They're not lacking for talent at UConn, but I do think that's been the missing element for them early. Shot clock under 10. And here's a Wusu releasing. Oh, that was halfway down the cylinder on an isolation to close out the half. A fall-away 3. Again, great defense from Coleman. And at the buzzer, Wusu releases.